Beauty reviewing is very thirsty work. Hi, Amy here. Welcome back to the Adore Beauty YouTube channel. I'm really excited because today we're actually doing a bit of a beauty experiment, a bit of road testing, trial and review, putting a product through its paces. So Hannah and I are actually going to be reviewing and road testing these two foundations. We've got Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is the #1 best-selling foundation, cult, infamous, famous, iconic foundation. And then we've got Double Wear Sheer, which is the brand's new kind of sheer version of the iconic fave. So this is Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. It's $60 for a 30ml bottle. So this one comes in 60 shades, which is just incredible. It's actually proven to last for 24 hours. A lot of people wear Double Wear on their wedding day. It photographs beautifully. It has quite a thick texture and it can be a little drying on dry skin types, which is why they say this is a winner for oily, normal combination skin types.
I am probably Estee Lauder Double Wear's biggest fan. I am obsessed with it. I talk about it all the time. It is the best foundation I've ever used. I'll wear it to anything. Like I'll sheer it out for a date. I will wear it to an event. I wore it to my sister's wedding. It lasted all night. It only needed a few powder touch-ups throughout the night. I was on this dance floor. I was super sweaty. So ever since then, I have literally been obsessed. Stop saying literally. Literally. So my skin type, I have oily skin, so particularly around the T-zone here and here. This one is honestly amazing for oily skin. It is like a medium to full coverage foundation. It's got, like, for me, a satin matte finish. It also is flawless. Like, it just makes your skin absolutely flawless.
Now let's talk about Double Wear Sheer. Same price, $60, same size, 30 mils. This one lasts for 12 hours, whereas this one is your 24 hours. So this is a lightweight liquid foundation. It actually comes in 27 shades currently. If this product takes off in the same way, there's a good chance that they might then extend the shade range. So fingers crossed. So this one is not water resistant, but it is still sweat proof, humidity proof, life proof.
The reason I'm so excited about the Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup is because I don't always want to wear a medium to full coverage foundation. I feel like this is probably a better everyday foundation for me, and actually I would love to see them mixed together, which I'm not going to do today, but I would love to see them mixed together just to sheer this one out.
As I mentioned before, I have dry skin, prone to dehydration. Usually I would use a sheer to medium coverage foundation, but with a dewy finish. I just need all the hydration I can get. I do a hydrating serum. It could literally be any hydrating serum. Today I've used Beauté Pacifique hyaluronic serum. I've also done moisturizer, specifically this time the Embryolisse Lait Crème Concentré. Sorry to any French citizens that are watching. I also do a hydrating sunscreen. So I use Ultraviolet Supreme Screen. Then I've also done a hydrating primer as well. This is the Estee Lauder Futurist Aqua Brilliance Watery Glow Primer, but again, just add some more hydration.
I am going to start with a gel moisturizer. I am using the Dermalogica Biolumin C gel moisturizer. Loving this moisturizer. It's good for oily skin because it's a gel. Next, I'm using the Makeup Forever Shine Control Primer. So this is probably my favorite primer for oily skin. It really stops that shine coming through these areas. It just kind of like blocks I don't know what it does.
I'm going to apply the original Double Wear on the left side of my face because I've got a few chimples, so chin pimples. So I'm going to go with the more full coverage. Something that is probably not that convenient about the original Double Wear is that it doesn't come with a pump. So it comes with like this. You can buy the pump separately. So I'm just going to start by putting, whoa, a little bit. I'm going to apply this with a flat stippling foundation brush. I'm also using the shade 1C1. So I'm just pressing that in. First impressions, not as thick and hard to work with as what I was expecting. I can still see my freckles coming through, which is a plus. I wouldn't be me if I didn't have my freckles showing. So it'll be really interesting to see how it wears throughout the day.
So I'm gonna start with my double wear. I'm going to do my right side of my face with that. I'm using the Spectrum A00 brush. This is weird. And then I can blend that out. No, I didn't. Ah! I'm a mess. So that is the right side of my face has been done.
Now for the other side, with Double Wear Sheer. One thing that I love straight away about this foundation is the squeezy bottle. Just makes it a bit easier to distribute the right amount. You can also apply this with a brush, fingers, a beauty blender, like a makeup sponge. It's kind of rare to have a sheerer foundation with a natural kind of matte finish. I actually don't see too much of a difference, to be honest, in terms of, I think the finishes are quite similar. This side certainly looks a little bit bouncier, but yeah, not as sheer as I was expecting.
I've never used this sheer foundation before. I'm so excited. Yeah, as you can see, that is a lot sheerer. Oof, that is really, really nice. So you can really see this is very full coverage. And this one is much lighter coverage. It's got a really beautiful finish and it's definitely buildable. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows, put some powder on, and then we'll see how it goes for the rest of the day.
I'm just sitting here at my desk. Been about 3 hours on. If you come back a little bit, I feel like you get a really fresh, beautiful, airbrushed finish, which is why this foundation is so good, especially this side. The original Double Wear is so good for events and photography and that kind of stuff. Then when you come a little bit closer, I'm finding it a little bit drying on my dry skin, and that it's kind of accentuating some texture on the side here. Maybe it's looking a little fresher on the sheerer side. This is with no powder as well. A little bit of creasing here, which is kind of unavoidable. Not as much creasing on this side. So far though, I don't think you could tell that I'm wearing two different foundations, to be honest. I'm gonna be intrigued to see what Hannah thinks.
That is the Estee Lauder Double Wear after a few hours. That is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer. On the other side, as you can see, this one is much, much more full coverage. But yeah, no oil. Like I find, I knew this was good with oil control. And I feel like this one is also pretty good. Okay, I'll be back in another few hours.
Okay, Maddie wants me to test the foundation exercising, so I'm gonna run. I'm running. Ah, stuff it. We've got the Double Wear Original, Double Wear Sheer. It's actually held up pretty good, despite wearing a mask. As you can see here, a little bit of transfer. I'm still struggling to tell what the actual difference between these two are. I do feel like this is looking a bit textured, which isn't a bad thing, it's just not quite the best thing for my skin type.
All right, so I have just finished my fairly long walk and it's quite sunny and a nice day. Just remember that I have no other makeup on. So I am actually gonna do like a full face of makeup with the sheer so that you can actually see what it looks like with like proper contouring and concealer and all of that. So I feel like I haven't done any touch-ups, no powder, no nothing. I've literally just left it. And as you can see, yeah, I think the oil control is always really good with these foundations, with Double Wear. It's just like great for oily skin. That's the right side is the Double Wear and that is the sheer. I'm really, really impressed with how it has lasted. I think this is like a perfect everyday foundation. I don't wear the Double Wear. Like if I'm going to work, like I'm not doing like a full face of Double Wear. So I think this is such a good alternative. I want to be really honest and be like, oh, but like here are the minuses, but like I just love Double Wear. Like I really love it.
I've been wearing these different foundations for 8 hours. So a reminder that this side was the original Double Wear and this side is Double Wear Sheer. As you can see, the coverage is still there. Got a little bit of creasing going on But overall, the coverage is still really good. And then if we see on the other side, now that I've been wearing it for a little while, I can now see the difference in coverage between this side and this side. Ooh. So I guess to summarize the difference, which one's better for me, the finish is so similar. Obviously, double wear sheer is lighter in texture when you're applying it, but both original double wear and double wear sheer feel just as weightless on the skin. And really the only difference to me is the coverage. So probably double wear sheer will be my go-to, all day special event going out foundation. I just don't really want too much coverage. But I'm very impressed that they were able to get the long wearing natural matte finish magic that people would love the original double wear foundation for into a sheerer formula. So thanks very much, Estee Lauder. That's it from us. Thank you for watching this video. If you have tried the original double wear or double wear sheer, let us know what you think. Pop your comments down here. Subscribe to the channel so you get all our latest videos, and otherwise I'll see you next time.